So, yes, as demonstrated as the narrator says, that death is everywhere, and
Most of us try to avoid it. Others can't get out of its way. Every day we fight a new war against germs, toxins, and because of this, any way it's possible, whatever the stuff they do, either stupidly or something like that, they end up dying. That's all the show's all about. It shows basically about like people like being idiots or just jerks, and whatever they do, they end up in death.
well, yes, I would say that it is kind of in a way very educational about how to avoid it because none of it doesn't deserve to happen to innocent people. But yes, like you said, only to either jerks or bad people or
Right.
dumb people.
And yeah, of course it's not real. It's based on real deaths. It's just actors like portraying the deaths that's happened before.
Yes.
And yeah, and there are so many episodes of this show, and there's not like really specific castings, but of course we can talk about the narrators that has narrated the show. Like, I'll let you go ahead and talk about them, Trish.
Okay, well, just while we may discuss certain different narrators, the one go-to for me is just Ron Perlman. He just delivers like the lines that he's been given. He delivers them just expertly, professionally, and just hilariously that good.
I agree, and yeah, he's the most recognizable of all the narrators so far.
Couldn't agree more. I like he was the reason. He's one of the reasons why I enjoyed the show.
And like I saw when I was little, and of course my parents won't let me watch it, but sometimes I sneakily watch it.
Well, for me, about how it started out, like I do remember seeing some dude taking a javelin to the face, and that's where it all began. But my first official one started with, yes, like Mickey's this spin signer dude who's trying to like show off to some hot girl, and he gets challenged by some by some black dude known as the Dark Knight. They spin off, and then he just ends up like killing himself with his arrow hit the sign so. I mean, his sign hits the pavement so many times that it just lacerated his neck.
I've seen that, and boy, that was brutal.
And
But yeah, like which one grossed you out more?
or like which death you're saying, like out of all the episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely this one with this freaking flasher. He flashed three moms and he drank like the breast milk, and it seemed that he was like allergic to peanuts because one of them had ate peanuts, and they beat him up, and it looks like
Oh
he's
yeah,
beaten to death.
I know that one too.
It just didn't sit well for
But
me.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if he deserved the death, but he definitely deserved the beating because I mean, he was like being really prophetic against those pregnant moms and stuff. It's just wrong.
Yes.
And I don't know what grossed me out more as a kid or now, but let's see, what's one that was pretty brutal? I would. Have you seen the one where this guy like was so lazy that like his like wife left him, and he saw like this hot chick next door, and he tied a rope against a chainsaw and started swinging around, and he killed himself with his own chainsaw?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And there's also one that this guy was so germophobic. One time, like, his, like, sanitizing his, trash cans, or I don't remember what he's doing. And this homeless guy was, like, picking through his garbage, and he sneezed all over him. The guy freaked out, and he put some, like, chemicals in his, bathtub and started being it, and, those types of chemicals that affected his body and caused him to be dead.
I think I might have saw that one before.
And since we're talking about the jerky ones, there's one, I don't know if you've seen it, is where this guy is so impatient. It's one of those guys that as a patient, I was talking on the phone, and he's waiting for a taxi, and just cuts in line, and then a a metal cord like was wrapped around his lower body and kind of half because a tow truck got caught in the trunk, and that's how it happened.
Well, no. Like I haven't really seen every single one. Just many of the specific ones that I think would be the most interesting to me.
Yeah, there's one where Troy Murphy guest appearance is the lawn dart one.
Oh yes, I've seen that one.
Yeah, it was interesting to see a celebrity because normally they would like bring in like ex strippers or military forces or whatever. But it's pretty shocking to see a celebrity on there. But that's pretty cool for him to talk about that. But man, like I would never play lawn darts.
Wouldn't.
And let's see, there's also what else could. Oh, I've already seen this one. There's this woman, and there's like other women. I don't know how many they are, but they live in under one roof, and she like takes like stuff that doesn't belong to her. Like
I've seen that one.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. And of course, she got burnt to crisp under chain bed because the stuff she put on. See, this is what happens when you don't take stuff for it's just karma for you. Whatever you do is bad, it's just karma for you. What else is there? Been a while since I've seen the episode, because I used to watch YouTube videos of 1,000 Ways to Die.
They're still on there, you know.
I know. It's just been a while. I might get into it again. There's this guy that is disrespectful to the dead. Like, he's willing to, like, play golf on it. And, like, he died because, one, he's, like, spraying chemical stuff around the grass. And, of course, was playing golf. And he had the golf ball stand thing, I don't know what you call it. He had it in his mouth, and apparently he's allergic to the chemical stuff, and his skin is like peeling off. It's just, it looked like a zombie. There's one where this guy, dead brother, he got like jazzed or something like that, and is trying to dig up his grave and tried to get a ring off his finger, and he couldn't get it off, and then the statue that was above him fell down on him.
Wait, oh yeah, I've seen that one. It was actually a sculpture, since he's supposed to be like some kind of artist, I believe.
No, he was a grave digger.
Oh, wait, we were still talking about the same one. Oh, okay, like yeah, I think I see that one.
There's one was like back in the olden times where this guy was a hat maker, and because of the chemical stuff that was helped making the hats, he was bringing him so much and made him go crazy and hallucinate, and then because he'd been breathing it so long, he died from it.
Oh yeah, the episode of that it is almost similar to another different title with a very pun-related episode with That's All Folks, where this dude, he just disintegrates bodies in like acid. And like when his two assistants were shocked to find out that it was a woman, they fled. He tried to do it himself, but then he slipped, and then he fell into the acid, and it took him a while for it.
Speaking of acid, there's this guy. He has a complete temper tantrum, and like examples like of course like bad traffic on the road, and like he spilled Coke on his like lunch and stuff, and been mad, and then was like hammering stuff. It hit his stomach. It was bleeding, and then his manager or boss fired him. And he was upset. He was willing to like throw in the acid, but his boss or manager threw in the acid instead. Let's see. There's this one where this chick was like trying to be all sexually playful to her boyfriend or husband or his away through a computer chat thing, and she like pretended to be a hostage in a situation. She tied herself up, and she even gagged herself, and she left the door open stupidly, and then Robert came in and like started stealing stuff, and he has like very bad breath. And he breathed into her nose, and because she got herself up, she couldn't breathe, and that's where she died.
Dang. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. One of the funnier ones was this dude who was like, yes, this dude who grew up to just be a punk playing sick pranks on everybody. He shines his lights, and it causes a driver to just run into a fire hydrant. It fell off, and it flew right into his freaking face, killing him on impact.
That was one of the ones I've never seen before years ago. I was like, wow. But yeah, that was his own fault for like causing that. And there, brutal one. This guy was like a tech geek, and it's like selling like sound-based drugs. And there's this one called the Devil's Jackhammer, and he listened to it, and it was so loud, it made his whole entire face bleed and stuff, and he died.
One of the more innocent ones that didn't really deserve it, was this woman who's like some kind of germaphobe or neat freak, and an accident caused her to slam into a mirror. She seemed fine, but there was a piece of glass left in her underneath her arm, and she just died.
Ouch. There's this one where this woman was like filing divorce, and she was coughing so badly, and you notice that there's a pair of pliers or something coming out of her chest. As it turns out, she has some kind of surgery, and adult doctors didn't seem like they're doing a good job, and they didn't realize they had one of their tools inside her body, and the way she was coughing and stuff injected out that thing out of her body.
One of the more extreme ones for me to see that would be like, to make me cover like my throat and stuff, is like this dude who's a taxidermist. So not only does he kill the animals that he makes for his business, he also ate whatever was left of them. He shot this one squirrel. It had rabies. He got the virus.
Oh, that is like one of the memorable ones. And that's what you get for eating animals, especially the fact that they have rabies. That's gotta suck. There's this one, this guy was like, I forget what he does, but he's chewing gum, and he had like special stuff to make it fresh every day, and he never stopped chewing that gum, and he accidentally mixed gum with the explosive stuff, and it ended up like exploding and like blew off his jaw.
Oh, I feel like I have seen that one before too. Let's see. There was this one about this dude trying to do some infomercial about using bamboo. He only got his high school friends to film for it. It didn't go exactly the way he wanted, and he just throws like tantrums. So one of his friends, they decided to like mess with one of his inventions. It snapped off. It went into his ear, and then boom, dead.
Yikes. There's this one guy, or actually two guys. One was like playing cool, time delays, and they're both bad at tennis, and the other guy was just like getting furious that keeps losing, and because a referee kept calling him off, and he got so angry he slammed his racket in half and about to kill the referee until like the ice chair that is like trying to climb tipped over, and then because of that the broken half of the racket got in his
stuck his butt. Yeah, it was hilarious.
And remember the line that Ron said, 10 hours, anyone?
Yes, that was a good one.
Let's see, what else? Oh, there's this one where this construction worker was like being a pervert, like trying to take pictures under skirts, and then another construction. No. I got that mixed up.
Oh no. Like I know which one you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, and then this clumsy guy up like tripped, and and this could have happened to anyone, but it just happened to that one guy. I mean, I wouldn't say that guy deserved it. I mean, he deserves like being in jail rather than being killed. I mean, again, that could have happened to anyone. Like that guy was so clumsy. The fact that he tripped and that pole fell down. I mean, what if it was a woman or something, like an innocent woman? He should be fired.
I mean, again, you did say like perverts, so I mean, of course, like be taken to jail.
Yeah. Let's see what else. There's this one where this older guy was like working wood stuff, and there's like a, I don't know what to call it, but he got his hand caught in there and is like broke his arm, and then since he didn't want to go to hospital, his daughter wanted him to, but he didn't watch it, so he made a makeshift cast, and after a few months he got off, but he ended up collapsing. Well, because of the makeshift cast, he had it too tight, and it wasn't like propped up properly, and yeah, that's where he ended up dying because of the stuff that was in his bones. There's also this one where this retirement home guy was like so mean to old people, and there's this retired science guy, and he's like pulling electrical stuff into a pickle, and the guy was so fierce that he kept doing science experiments. He grabbed it and he got electrocuted.
Yeah, I mean, like that was one of the most amazing ones, but one of the more shocking ones.
Nah.
Yeah.
And there's this one called Driver's Dead, where this guy was doing as a driver instructor, and he kept getting upset that these people are getting bad at driving, and one had enough of it, and he or she decided to leave, and he got so mad, he kept slamming on the steering wheel, and it caused the airbag to deploy, and that's where it killed him.
Yeah, it was a woman, which was kind of a little bit harsh.
Yeah, and the one where this dad is very protective for his daughter, and like telling her what to dress and whatnot, and he didn't like who she is dating, and so he grabbed a gun and supposedly shoot him, but he said that was a fake bullet, and then he accidentally shot himself with a real bullet.
Blanks, yeah, they're called blanks.
Oh yeah, blanks. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he didn't really deserve that. I mean, that was kind of stupid, honestly.
Well, you know, like the guy did say that's. I mean, yeah, the narrator did say like he scared off her mother, and she was left with him, and cruel practical jokes and being like overly protective. That's what like parents do sometimes.
Yeah, but luckily my parents weren't really like that. There's also one called Chess Pain, where this guy, as a chess player, going against a machine that could do the same thing. And this guy was very sweaty because he was all nervous and stuff. And then, like, when he was like playing chess, he got electrocuted. And the reason that is, the board wasn't pressed down properly, and the sweat was so conductive against the metal chess pieces. That's what caused him to be electrocuted.
One of the more cooler ones I would say was like there's this dude who's like really pathetic working at this bakery that's like his sister-in-law has got like fed up with him. She decides to fire him, so he decides to like make some insulting cakes until he slipped, and then the frosting just went into his heart,
That
and
guy
then
injected into his heart.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that too. But man, it's like blood instead of it's frosting. That's just wow. This is a sad one. Back in the day, and these girls were like working on these nuclear type makeup or whatever, and they're putting all around them, and you can see their face glowing, and after a while their hair fell out and they died.
Oh.
Yeah. Have you seen this one where this African American coach was like being so aggressive against these overweight women?
No. I'm like yes, like he was good. He was nice to like the slim, fine women, but he got all aggressive with one pregnant woman, like assuming that she is. No, wait. He thinks that she is pregnant, but she's not really not. She's just overweight.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, he was so aggressive to this one fat lady, and yeah, I forgot it was actually not to a slim woman, but because he was like, she like luckily had like snack foods in there, so that's basically her fault. And then he grabbed him and then like started aggressively eating him, and he started choking, and he tried to figure out a way to get it out of his throat, and he started running, trip over those rubber balls and
exercise balls. Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, and then it snapped his neck. And another one, another African American guy, and it was like a dodgeball one. And I remember this fact that they lost, and one guy says, "It's just dodgeball." I just love the line. He said, "Just dodgeball."
This is life.
And then he grabbed a fire extinguisher, and he didn't know that it wasn't taken care of so well, so it was like rusted, and the thing popped off and hit his chest.
Yeah, I just love whenever people just put comics repeating whatever people say, and just.
I know. One aggressive one where this guy was like visiting some area. It's like overweight guy, also looks like Peter Griffin because of the glasses, and his wife. And it's like Indian guy was like telling him do not eat these hot, very 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 hot peppers, and he did anyway. And then of course he started freaking out, and then he grabbed something out of the fridge, and he didn't know it was like venom, snake venom. He was keeping it in there for university, and then he died from it.
Yeah, one of the dumber ones. So.
Yeah, and a lot of people say that he's Peter Griffin. I mean, I can see their resemblance.
No doubt, and it's a special mention to Jules Sylvester. Like it's the animal guy. I've seen him before, like on the Bernie Mac show.
Really? I didn't know he was that famous. There's this one where this guy was in a plane, and he was like smuggling birds, and there's like some on his leg, and he was getting all sweaty. He started throwing up. Apparently, he got the bird flu, and that's what killed him.
Yeah, that might have been like one time I was like, what is this, Rio?
Rio, no. Let's see what else could there be. Oh, there's this one guy that is like a fan, and he's like annoying everybody, and also like he's also shirtless, and it's so cold. He's willing to be out there, and of course he was also wearing blue paint all over his body, and he was out there so long he was actually turning blue in real life because of cold, and he died from hypothermia.
Yes.
Oh, Roll Killed. It's where this woman, firstly, she had like hairy pits. I wasn't all for that. And then she saw like a raccoon. Well, she ran over and she tried to bring it back to life. And then, I think either she didn't put her car in park, or there's a car coming and knocked her head off.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't remember which one was which, but yeah, that's how it happened. And also, there's this one guy is like insulting these overweight women, trying to do a fashion show. I think there's other guys as well. And then, because there's like 3 or 4 women on a stage, and it couldn't handle it, and one by one they fell on top of the dude. And because of the pressure of the women, they killed him.
Oh yeah.
And there's Little Shop of Horrors where this guy and 2 guys is like one of these car parts or something like that, and he's selling like expenses and stuff, and it being a scammer and stuff. He's working on an engine and stuff, and chains were like made in China, and they're like weak, and it snapped off, and the engine that was on top of him crushed him. Let's see. There's this one where a bunch of women were going in a contest, like how long can you be in a sauna, But here's the catch: there's this one woman that ate entire beans for a week or so, and then she started farting up the sauna, and then one by one the women started going out because of a fart. But this one, I forgot where she's from, but she finally got out because the woman that was farting went one blast, and then after a while she was in there for so long and she died.
Mm. Let's see. One of the more painful ones, like I don't really remember how it really started out, but it ended with this one chick busting her freaking head against the counter, and that gash.
Man, I don't think I've seen that one. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I do remember that this woman was like trying to get a massage and being all snotty and stuff. And there's like candles or something that caused the sprinkler to go off, and she started screaming. And the reason like she died because apparently she was allergic to water, which that's where I learned that you can be allergic to water.
Yeah, that right there, it's freaking scary to think about.
I know. And speaking of water, there's this woman that is so obsessed with being hydrated. She drinks water like every day or like every 10 minutes or so, and because of that too much water, she died from it.
Right. That's later explained, like what happened with Bruce Lee. Right?
Oh, Bruce Lee did that too?
I mean, like apparently he died by drinking too much water.
Oh, wow, dang. There, back in the olden times, there's this like serial killer that's getting about to get executed, and he was so tall, it was like 6 feet or over 6 feet. Like first they, those ones that showed in Drama Island that Heather was attached to, that you have rope against your arms and legs, and the person pulls.
What you mean the rack?
Yeah, that. So because of how tall he was, they couldn't do that to him. And there's this the thing that there's like two levers, and they like squeeze together around your waist, and it's actually affecting him, and it's causing his mouth, ears, eyes to bleed.
Ooh.
And because of all the much squeezing, it made him killed.
One of the more weirder ones is this couple. This couple that's obsessed. They couldn't really have a baby, so one of them dressed up as one, which is a real life fetish, like adult babies.
I've heard about that. That was actually portrayed in SpongeBob. Remember that dude had a bicycle? I can't explain.
Yeah, it's called Squid Baby. Like when it happened to Squidward. Yeah, just say that.
Yeah. But continue.
Okay, so they did everything that they do with babies. It just got uncomfortable for me. And it ended with the dude dressed as a baby having a tantrum over like his teddy bear being out of his crib. So he just reaches for it, and then boom, his neck just got broke.
Oof. Yikes. There's this one with this guy who looks like a Freddie Mercury. Is that his name?
Yes. Slow down. Yes.
Anyway, so he's like going out yard sale very early, and he's one of those guys that goes to yard sales early, and this African American guy was like, I tried to set it up. He said, "You can't be in here; it's too early." It's like, no, it's cool. I can just hang out. And then he found this ring, and he's gonna take it away, but the black dude realized it was his grandfather's ring, and they're fighting over it, and it shot him in the eye because it's a gun ring.
Ooh.
Yeah. I shot him, the guy with glasses, not the black dude, by the way.
Oh, yeah, just be specific here.
Yeah. There's this woman that was like an artist, but at the same time, she had a disorder where she was like eating her own hair. Because of the hair building up inside her stomach, that's what killed her.
Oh.
There's this one where this guy was trying to impress a girl with his new car, and then a friend of his, or cousin, whatever, I don't remember the story, came up with this new truck, and he could start automatically, but because he accidentally put it in drive, and he pressed the button, and it crushed him.
Dang.
Yep. And the fact that I have DirecTV, this one's called DirecTV. This is where this guy is trying to splice cable out of somebody else, and ironically, the couple is watching 1,000 Ways to Die, and of course, anyway, he fell, and the neck screwdriver that he had got plunged into his neck.
Ooh.
There's this jerk as like a carjacker. One, he like carjacked while a woman was pregnant, and there's this woman who's actually deaf. She had no idea what was going on, and she was driving, and the guy was trying to carjack, and she rolled the windows up, and the window was like crushing the side of his head, and then she realized it and through the mirror, and then he died after she let go of the window.
There's this one about this. I would say like either if it was Scottish or Irish, it was like some kind of like strength contest. He thinks like
he's talking about. Yeah, like he's trying to carry out like a big cinder block or something, and because of the pressure and stuff, it spewed out one of his intestines and is like dead. There's also this Japanese or Chinese rock group, and this guy was like trying to do an entrance because being like in a coffin that was full of smoke, and there's this one guy who did a guitar solo and was on top of the coffin for several minutes, and he was when he was done, they opened the coffin and the guy was already dead.
Shoot.
Now, there's two tongue-related deaths. One, or this couple had both their tongues pierced, and then they're on opposite cars, and they're driving side by side, and they're, of course, tonguing and kissing, but their tongue rings got caught with each other, and they're headed towards a truck or car, or whatever, and, well, their heads got popped off.
Yeah, that was brutal.
And there's also this one where this guy was like stealing different metal types, and he was stealing a sewer lid, and then a cop was chasing after him, and a sewer hole that he stole the lid from, he fell in it, and then he bit his tongue on top of the edge of the sewer hole and got his tongue off.
Yeah, I just didn't even think that was freaking possible.
I mean, hey, let's see. Another one where this guy, like, had a metal thing around her waist. It's like, their own kind of vagina back then, but anyway. And, apparently she was cheating on him, and this other guy, that's, like, having sex with her and stuff, and apparently, she soaking in the metal thing. I don't remember where they happened, but the rust of that thing around her waist got infected with her, and or she died.
There was this one about this chick trying to be like the best chef in the world. She tried to steal from the head chef's recipes, and then when she heard someone coming, she just hid in the dishwasher. She thought she was free, but one dude decided, hey, okay.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was pretty brutal.
But the guy screaming when she saw her freaking lobster, it was freaking hysterical. He was like, "Ow!"
There's this one where this guy broke up with this one girl. Of course, he's with another girl, but she got crazy ex-girlfriend stalker for him, and then they left for a vacation, and then I think they came back. They figured out what that smell was, and they found out it was the ex-girlfriend in the chimney. While they were gone, she was trying to get inside the house and through the chimney, but she got stuck, and, well, you know what happens next. Let's see. There's this guy, I don't know what the condition was, but he looked like a big bump on his stomach, and he was like playing baseball.
Oh yeah, he had a hernia.
Oh yeah, hernia, and of course he's like pressing it, and he didn't want to go to the doctor, and he did a really strong swing, and it like did a strain on that, and then
One of the more painful looking ones because, like, I kind of like almost have that feeling all the time where I'm like, oh man, what's this pain in my ribs? And it's like, it's a scary feeling, but he didn't deserve to go out like that.
was that it, or is there more?
What do you mean?
About what you're talking about?
I'm just saying, like that. That's all.
Oh, let's see. This one where two guys want to fight over this chick, and they're trying to do a tug of war with trucks and see which one will take her home. And then she's like the referee, and she was in the middle of that. And because of the tire skin off of the dirt and pills and stuff, it was like affected her so much, and like it got killed her.
Yes.
Let's see. There's one back in the times where this Viking dude was like slaying heads, and one was like he's like swimming around and like bit on the left leg, and it was like started affecting it after a few weeks, and yeah, he died from that.
Hmm.
One of the current ones where this woman constantly talks to her phone like every 5 minutes. Hello, and she was at a movie theater, and she was not allowed to have phones. You know that, and she did it anyway. A lot of people are shushing her, and of course she tried to shush back, and then phone exploded. Why? Because of the actual battery is like minus plus type of battery. Is like two of them. And of course, the reason she was using it so much, and it overheated, and then blew up at the side of her ear.
Oh.
Yeah. What else? Oh, there's this one where these guys were like using different weapons and stuff to kill each other while wrestling, like a power saw, and using those lights that you like see in churches or schools, like those long bulb things.
I think. Yeah. Wait. I think those were called. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, like, wait. Yeah, their names, if I remember correctly, yes, their names were Stinkface and Dirt Bomb, and there was something about the lights. Let's see. What
Yeah, because they're like stapling and cutting other things, and because of that glass of light got into this one guy's cuts and stuff, and died from it. And we really thought it was from the power saw, but it was actually from the lights, which is damn stupid. Let's see. Oh, there's this guy who's trying to be a spy. Of course, he's an idiot, and he tried to talk to somebody. Like, for example, it's pretty cold out here, ain't it? And the guy said, no, that's beautiful. Like, it was like pretty warm outside. And then this woman's like, I knew the cold and stuff. And then he thought he was being hot. There's this one guy that was chasing him, but he was actually trying to bring back his book or whatever he had. And he took cyanide, which is used to, kill people and stuff. So, yeah.
See, there is one where these two chicks are playing pranks on one another for the internet, but one goes so far as to just replace a cushion in it with a with a car airbag, and like, well, the person pulling the prank ended up sitting on it, and it launched her over the railing, and then boop, dead.
Oof! Yikes! No, I did not see that. Yeah. Oh. There's this one girl that got caught up with this Christian cultist type, and they're like tying her up on a pentagram like thing, and they're saying that she shouldn't like worship the devil and stuff, and you can tell like she's all sweaty. I'm guessing either she's all nervous and stuff, or it's like pretty hot in there. But because of the like stuff they had, like they used to like send out the evil spirits, is like filling up the cave they're in or something like that, and then surprisingly it didn't affect the girl because she was on the lower level, but it affected all the other cult worshippers, and they all died.
Hmm.
And way back, like in the BC, it's like cave people. This guy is like not like really appreciating his wife or whatnot, and she's like living with his liver mom, and then the guy discovered fire, and then he set fire in his cave, but it was so small and cramped. The smoke was filling up in the cave, and he died.
Let's see. There's this one where like this daughter who, like this chick who's the daughter of a Marine drill instructor. She just made these pledges, lives of living heck, and like she just spranked one of them so hard that one of the chicks just pushed her into this mud pit, and they were just like wrestling around.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. And didn't one of them sink?
Yeah, like the drill Marine sergeant chick.
Right. Oh man, I forgot. They're like Marines and stuff. But this guy didn't really deserve it. And these two doctors didn't really have a care at all. It's supposed to have an X-ray or such. I don't know what is it hospital for, but these two doctors were having sex, and the guy had his like head turned, and you can actually see what's happening. It was actually enjoying it, but because they were like bumping onto the blunt of the X-ray, he's getting affected by it, and his whole face got burnt. There's this guy who's a scam artist, as like using special liquid for the money, but the other guy didn't realize it was fake, and he's trying to catch him in the act, but and it's at a hotel too. And it's one of those doors that has like a coat rack on the other side of it, and the scammer guy was like looking through the peephole, and the guy's barged into the door, and the coat rack part got stuck in his eye.
Oh.
Yeah. There's this guy at a costume party, and is actually an Amish dude, and he's trying to like learn the ways of party stuff, and because of his culture, he was not used to it, and eventually he died. Something like that. It's called Amish Stinglish, I guess. There's this older gentleman, 50s or over 50s. He's obsessed with his blender. He's like using like vegetables and fruit and whatnot, and like because of the strain of the blender for so many years, it finally exploded, and a saw blade and a blender got in his neck.
I think I got like saw something similar to that.
Let's see. There's this guy that pretended that he had a bomb on his neck, but as part of his plan, tried to rob a bank and stuff. And one guy outside, because of the frequency of the car alarm, it triggered the bomb, and then blew up his neck.
Yeah, pretty funny.
And there's this guy in the German Wars. He got shot in the head, but somehow he luckily survived. And years later, he's all grown, very old, and then he gets on his refrigerator, and he bumped his head, and the bullet of his brain for so many years is like a tiny bit to his brain, and then because of the impact of the bump to the head, he got killed instantly.
Yeah, that was so something. Like, how do you survive from that? And then just
I have no idea. It just happened like that. There's this one guy that's trying to hang out with this girl, but he's like being all rough with her, and he got like covered in deep fried butter or deep fried oil, whatever, and he bumped his head and he got into the deep fryer, and she realized she forgot her person with their keys in it, and she discovered him dead. It's at a carnival too. And there's also this two women, like one doing gymnastics, and she's like being a show off, and this other guy's like setting up one of the exercise stuff, and he said, "You should be around here. I'm not finished here." It's like, whatever, I don't care. And because she was showing off, she's like jumping and stuff, and she did a backflip, and she landed on top of the unfinished equipment and went up her arse.
Hey, yeah, she looked like a freaking scarecrow.
Yeah. Is there anything else you remember?
Oh yeah, like there were these dumb kids that just go around smashing people's mailboxes, but then there's one guy who replaced it with metal. The dude just keep on hitting the mailbox so hard that a piece of it just went into his heart, and then boom.
Oof. Um. There's this one in Greek back in the olden times where this guy like created a bronze ox or buffalo, or whatever, and you put someone inside and they're like firing it, and it's supposed to like inside torture, but the Greek king like put him inside and he got killed from his own invention.
Oh yeah, that's called the Brazen Bull.
Right. Thank you. Else. Well, there another one with eating disorder. This time the guy was like eating waters, and the same thing with the girl. He died from eating of that at the stock.
Oh yeah, nickel poisoning. I saw an episode of Family Guy about that. Peter trying to do something cool, but then like of course it led to him being blind.
Wow. Yikes. There's this Japanese father and daughter, and it's just this one guy. I think, he's like American, if I'm not mistaken.
Asian American, so yeah.
Asian American, yeah, sorry. And he's like forcing them to eat their food, and he wasn't feeling it, especially like a live octopus or squid. And
yes,
father,
octopus. Yeah, it was.
And of course, because the octopus was still alive, it got launched in his throat, and they're a group of 4 girls like reliving their memories, and there's one girl that wasn't feeling it, and they're doing a challenge like stuffing how much marshmallows you could can in your mouth. But the one girl that wasn't feeling it, the marshmallows were larger of throat and melted and got stuck in her throat.
Oh yeah, that was nuts.
You know those things that construction workers use, like as kind of like a stair thing that's on wheels and use a lever to extend up. It's kind of like the one that Plankton used in Fright Card games.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, it's like some kind of game thing situation, and the guy was on top, and the guy was like messing up with the thing he was on, and it collapsed and ended up squashing his head.
Ooh.
I think we can talk about one more. There's this clown guy who's at a party and stuff. Not a birthday party, but like a doll party. And he's trying to do tricks like putting balloons in his mouth, but one popped and like affected his throat and choked him, and he died.
Oh, it's almost similar to like some freaking mime who tried to like do something with a pickle and he ended up choking on it. Like, yeah.
Yikes. Oh, there's another clown related one. One clown was like regular party clown, and the other was like goth clowns as like a band, and he tried to like make fun of him and stuff, and like I think he got like soaked in soda or something like that, and then like he got electrocuted by one of the cords. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I do remember that he got electrocuted.
Oh, all right.
There's also this guy that's playing a video game for so long, for like weeks on end. Like you could tell his face would start like covered in zits and stuff, and he got lost, and he jumped up in anger, and he died because he was sitting on there for so long. He didn't have like any care or something like that, and he died from it.
Yes. Yeah, you said we could like stop, so.
Yeah.
But overall, like this is one of like the best shows that I've ever watched. Once again, it's very educational for you to watch out for any death possible,
Oh yeah.
and well, it's such a pleasure to watch, especially like showing in the X-ray scenes, which reminds me of Untamed and Uncut, and yeah,
It also reminds me a little bit of Mortal Kombat because it shows
exactly.
the way you extremes. Yeah. But yeah, I did enjoy talking about the different deaths on the show.
Yes.
All right, and signing off.